Welcome back to Next Bike World, the channel where we break down the newest machines hitting the streets, trails, and everything in between. Today, we're diving into a model that blends rugged capability with modern engineering, the 2026 Yamaha TW200 mount. This bike takes the legendary TW DNA and evolves it for a new generation, combining the fat tire toughness riders love with updated tech, improved performance, and a look that's unmistakably Yamaha. If you've been waiting for a small displacement dual sport that's fun, efficient, and packed with attitude, this is one review you do not want to miss. The Yamaha TW series has always had a special place in the world of motorcycles. It's friendly, approachable, and oddly capable for its size. And in 2026, Yamaha took that foundation and built something sharper, more refined, and more versatile. What you get with the TW200 mount is essentially the spirit of the original, but with enhancements that make it feel like a true modern adventure commuter. Yamaha didn't try to reinvent the platform, they gave it the upgrades people have been begging for. That means better suspension, modern electronics, improved braking, and a more responsive engine that finally brings the TW into the present day. One of the first things you'll notice about the 2026 TW200 mount is that it looks far more aggressive and muscular than any TW before it. The fat tires are still the star of the show, but the bike now wraps around them with a sportier, mount-inspired frame design. The LED headlight sits in a compact housing with Yamaha's signature twin-beam look, giving the bike a sharp expression, almost like a scaled-down Mount 03 with off-road shoes. The body panels are more angular, the tank has stronger lines, and Yamaha incorporated new rubberized tank grips so the rider has better stability during standing off-road riding. Even the exhaust is redesigned with a high mount angle and brushed steel cover that adds both style and protection. The ergonomics have also seen a thoughtful update. The seat is slightly wider and more supportive than the older TW models, and the handlebar position is raised just enough to feel relaxed when sitting but natural while standing on rocky trails. The riding triangle overall feels more balanced and less cramped, especially for taller riders. Yamaha clearly listened to feedback here, because the old TW had a comfy seat but sometimes felt too low or too compact for long rides. The new model fixes that without losing its easygoing charm. Now let's talk performance, because this is where Yamaha made the biggest leap. Powering the 2026 TW200 mount is an updated 223cc single-cylinder engine with improved fuel injection mapping, a revised comp profile, and a more efficient air intake system. It produces a modest but punchy output of around 18 horsepower and 17 Nm of torque. That might not sound like a lot, but in a lightweight dual sport with low gearing and massive traction, it translates into lively acceleration and an incredibly confidence-inspiring ride. What matters most here is the smoothness. The Yamaha reduced vibrations and gave the engine a cleaner throttle response, so the TW200 mount feels less agricultural and more refined while cruising at 60 to 65 miles per hour. The gearbox retains its 5-speed layout, but Yamaha tweaked the ratios so first gear climbs hills more easily while fifth gear doesn't feel overly strained at highway speeds. The clutch pull is feather-light, perfect for new riders or anyone who spends time navigating stop-and-go city traffic. And thanks to efficient fuel injection combined with Yamaha's updated combustion chamber, fuel consumption is excellent. Expect around 75 to 80 miles per gallon, which means you can travel ridiculously far on a single tank. But of course, the TW lineup has always been about versatility, and that's where the mount shines brightest. The wide 180mm rear tire and chunky 130mm front tire return, offering unmatched stability on sand, gravel, mud, and loose terrain. These tires are part of what makes the TW series so iconic. They let you ride in places other bikes struggle. On the 2026 model, Yamaha introduced a new compound and slightly altered tread pattern that improves wet grip and reduces on-road rumble. Riding on pavement feels smoother, and cornering stability has improved, especially at moderate speeds. Suspension also receives a substantial upgrade. Up front, the 2026 TW200 mount features a 37mm telescopic fork with longer travel and stiffer damping, giving the bike better control over bumps and uneven roads. In the rear, a redesigned monoshock with a stronger spring rate allows for more precise handling and improved comfort. Even with added cargo, the bike doesn't pretend to be a hardcore dirt machine, but the suspension makes it more capable than ever before in trail conditions, especially for beginners or weekend explorers. On the braking side, Yamaha replaced the older front disc and rear drum setup with dual hydraulic discs. The front uses a 270mm rotor while the rear features a 220mm disc, giving the TW200 mount more stopping power and better modulation. ABS comes standard, and Yamaha tuned it specifically for dual sport use, meaning it's not overly intrusive on loose surfaces. This change alone makes the bike feel more modern and more confidence-boosting in urban riding. Electronics see a welcomed update too. The bike now comes with an easy-to-read digital LCD display showing speed, gear position, fuel level, trip meters, and average fuel economy. There's also a simple traction assist feature that helps prevent wheel spin in wet conditions, though it can be turned off for off-road riding. A USB-C charging port sits near the handlebar, and LED lighting is now standard across the entire bike: headlight, tail light, and turn signals. It's just enough modern tech without complicating the simple nature of the TW. Another big improvement is the chassis rigidity. Yamaha reinforced the frame to reduce flex at higher speeds and under heavy loads. As a result, the bike feels more stable when cruising and more precise when steering through tight trails. It's still lightweight, at around 292 pounds, keeping it approachable for both beginners and experienced riders who want something fun, simple, and nearly indestructible. Storage options also expanded. Yamaha offers factory accessories like a rear cargo rack, side soft bag brackets, an engine guard, and even an optional small windscreen for those who plan to use the bike for commuting. The TW200 mount might be small, but Yamaha clearly expects people to take it on real adventures, and they've equipped it accordingly. When it comes to the rider experience, the bike is all about approachability. Whether you're a first-time rider, someone looking for an easygoing commuter, or an off-road hobbyist wanting a stress-free machine, the TW200 mount fits that niche perfectly. It's not intimidating, it's not overly powerful, and it's not trying to compete with big dual sports. Instead, it brings you back to the joy of riding a simple, lightweight, and surprisingly capable fun. Let's talk pricing. The 2026 Yamaha TW200 mount comes in at an expected $4,999, making it one of the most affordable dual sport options on the market. For the features, build quality, and iconic fat tire personality, that's a seriously attractive price point and a major selling factor for new riders or experienced riders wanting a secondary go-anywhere bike. So what sets the 2026 TW200 mount apart from other small dual sports? It's the combination of reliability, simplicity, modern upgrades, and unique design. No other bike in its class offers this level of versatility with fat tires that dominate soft terrain. And thanks to the 2026 updates, the TW finally feels modern while keeping its classic charm intact. If you want a bike that can commute during the week, explore trails on the weekend, and still be light, affordable, and low maintenance, the TW200 mount might be exactly what you're looking for. It's quirky, lovable, and now more capable than ever. Thanks for watching Next Bike World. If you enjoyed this deep dive review and want more motorcycle breakdowns, comparisons, and future bike previews, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Ride safe, and we'll see you in the next one.